Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Hey Soul Family, back again. I'm Erica, your favorite Astro homegirl. And this one, guys, I guess we're gonna do us a quick update on Ray J. I'm down here working on a lot of things for you guys in the channel. But this just kind of happened yesterday, I think, and I want to do a quick update on him, okay? So first, let me say welcome back for all of you guys that have been riding with me. And welcome for all of you guys that are new here. And for you guys that are new, I always get into the astro weather first, and then it be time to get down to business and get into the cards, okay? And that better helps me help you, but it also, truly helps with the energy. Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Ray J. And another thing why I said that I wanted to do him today is because I know he's a Capricorn sun. So happy birthday to my Cappies. Happy B-Day. Happy solar return, okay, guys? Knowing that his birthday is ahead. So let's see. Yep. So, Mr. Ray J, as y'all know, Brandy's brother, baby brother, okay? And also, he is known for that tape with him and Kim K. They got it all popping, right? So, I'm just kind of scanning over him. Because I've already done a reading on Ray J before. Well, really him and Princess Love, But, and I don't know if I said this either to you guys, but I remember last year when they honored Big Rico, my children's father, Rico Wade. This was at One Music Fest, and we were all backstage, of course, because of the show, because the whole Dungeon family performed. And so I saw Ray J backstage because it was two separate areas, guys. It was like one area was even more secure, like only basically where we were, where our trailer was specifically for Dungeon family. Like they had it really set up real sophisticated. It was interesting, right? And even when Future came in, like he had literally, him and Casino, they came in our area that we had, right? Well, I'm saying I was to say that it was another area that was like general, and they had the bar and they had the Smokewood stage and all of that kind of stuff, and the food trucks, and it was the Shade Room back there, Hollywood Unlocked, all the stuff that people listen to. All of those people were right there in that area. And Ray J walked up, and I saw it. They said, "Hey, Ray J," he of course is definitely familiar with the press, but me watching that energy from afar, the exchange, and it was interesting. I saw him. He was upbeat. He greeted everybody with, a good energy. And I'm going to say this too, because I never saw him in person as much as I'm, in all the stuff that we've had, especially the Dungeon, and how everybody came to our house at some point, right? But it was just interesting because I was like, damn, I ain't never really met him. And his energy from afar, he was so charming, very handsome young man is what I was saying. But you could tell something was going on. And it's like he said, "Hey, what's up?" Good energy, speaking to all of them, all of that, all of those people, all of that press. But I noticed that when the conversation ended, guys, it's like he did it's like I'm performing, and then I'm going through some shit for real. Energy. Like went back immediately back to, and I said to myself, I said, he going through some things. And not just that soon. If you probably look at the date of One Music Fest last year, I want to say that maybe even just a few weeks later or a month later or whatever was the issues that just started. Remember with him and Princess Love, and they already had an incident, if I'm not mistaken. Then the next incident must have been was it holiday or Thanksgiving or something like that. But y'all know what I'm talking about. And so I was like, let's just check in on him. And with his birthday coming up, that's when it's real interesting, right? Because he is a Capricorn sun, January the 17th. So 117, all right, guys? And I want to say that he shares birthdays with Steve Harvey. So Capricorn sun, Gemini moon. Now remember, okay, so that's powerful too. But that also explains the communication and the, you know, the prankster energy, right? Was hidden. Intelligent too, but gossip. You know, and he always seemed to get caught up into something, Ray J. And so, and he's been having stuff going on for quite some time. Now, that reading was with him and Princess Love, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I might have tapped in on his energy. I'm sure, but I want to say that even in that reading, guys, something about his cards wasn't all that great. I got to go back and listen. So the sun is in Capricorn now, again, like we know it. So this is, again, I wonder, let's see what his personal year is. That's why it's important. You know what? I started on you guys yearly readings, so family, and I kind of pulled back because, and I had started the beginning of the recording, but then it's time to do your reading, and I think the reason why I'm not necessarily running late because we're still at the top of the year, so everything is really necessary, right? But I was trying to say, well, how is Spirit leading me to give you guys the compass part and get you on through? Because I'm not doing each one of you guys on personal year, right? Which I know y'all probably don't understand that, but that definitely adds into the theme. So I don't know, but I'm gonna think about it by the end of the day. But I'm definitely going to start posting those, you know, between now and the weekend. Okay, so make sure you guys keep your notification bells on for that. Okay, but let me pull the calculator out. I gotta get me a big cute one. I'm gonna get me a Hello Kitty calculator or something. And I'm gonna show you something. That's why I'm going somewhere with this. Ray J, he is, okay, so that would be 711. So he needs, so the way this works, okay, ooh, +1. Okay, this is kind of eerie. Okay, so a 1 year, because he is a and we're at a 1 year. So Ray J's birthday with his personal year, he's in the year and the energy of this year right now as we speak. And 1 year, I just pulled all this up too. Let me see. I'm pulling it up, guys. This is a year of fresh starts, right? New beginnings, of course. The reason why I paused is because this is the energy around Ray J as this year starts. And this is really the compass and the pivot, right? And he's had a lot going on internally. Remember, Capricorn is ruled, you know, its planetary ruler is Saturn, and Saturn is about karma. You know, Saturn is the slowest moving planet, guys. So it's pretty much, you know, again, Father Time, Chronos, right? So challenges, and Saturn brings great rewards, like huge power, right? But it's about lessons. You're going to learn some lessons with Saturn, okay? And let me tell you something, when you don't get the lesson, so I don't know because we don't have his chart personally pulled up right now to see his transits, but I think we get about 3 Saturn returns. So if he didn't get the lessons on that second Saturn return, this third one, which I think he got some time to get there because he's still fairly young, but Ray J, seriously, you know what I mean? So even in right now, it's about challenges, because if you ain't got the lesson, then you're gonna have to get taught. You get what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna have to learn. And I think it's safe to say, allegedly, but watching him and his crash outs in the past, really within this past, it's been a few years now for him. But he always seems to go back to exactly whatever it is. You know, it's no changes. It's no discipline. It's no structure, no rules put in place. And that's what Saturn is about. Planning, structure, right? The moon is in Virgo. Oh, no. That's why he is in the hospital right now. Virgo is your daily routines, your health. And then they say his health is the problem right now. Pneumonia, allegedly, right? That's why I love doing astrology, guys, because before we even read the cards, it definitely, you know, it puts the compass together, and it makes, you know, the messages that much more stronger and, you know, accurate, really. Or not, you get what I'm saying, but at least close in faith and close enough, right? Because I don't never want to say accurate, you know what I mean? As factual as I can see. Mercury, Capricorn, challenge. Venus, Capricorn, challenge. He has had challenges with women. Mars, where he take action. Capricorn. Wow. This is a tough time right now for Ray J. Jupiter is in Cancer, though. Saturn, Pisces, and he is a part of the industry. Wow. Uranus and Taurus, resources. The 5 senses, so overindulgence. Allegedly. Pluto, Aquarius, wow, transformation. Okay, and then Chiron in Aries, how you show up. And a lot of things I think that have to do with him have to do with identity. You know, even with the case with the Kardashians, with him and Kim going back and forth, you know, identity. You know, she showed up, how she came, and how they were able to spin this thing, it blew them up to another level. And on some level, I feel like if I'm not, Ray J is like, I'm here, I showed up, and, you know, I'm still getting the short end of the stick. So identity in the energy space, right? So challenging time right now about lessons, karma, even in the mind, in his energy space, he could be dealing with real issues allegedly with mental health, you know, Ray J can at this time, just by the current transits. Okay, so enough is enough. I just think that we're gonna be praying for him. Let's pray for Ray J, and let's get into these cards and see what's gonna happen, you know, what we can see. Hey, so family, so this is just a quick mashup on recent clips about Ray J, and then just maybe like one thing, you know, from the past, but just a quick mashup. You know, I always like to, you know, kind of get you guys up to speed to anything that it is that we talk about before we get into the cards. And let's just really be mindful and send him our prayers, all right, for Mr. Ray J. And happy early solar return, you know. So make sure y'all sound off in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, and let's get into the messages.
Ray J may end up, if not now, in the future, he may have some health issues. Oh, I feel sick. Yeah, there's something going on with Ray J's health. Something significant may come out in the news in regards to Ray J on a Wednesday.
They gotta take it out.
If they see something around my heart, do they gotta take it out?
Take your heart out?
We're talking about like fluid or... They see out.
Oh, yeah.
Do I need to bring the receipt, baby girl? Because I got receipts.
I don't have to explain what's understood, man. Go look up the history.
I don't sample, you know. It's not Memorex. I go on stage and my microphone is on.
Just letting you guys know that all of the psychics that we have met with and that we're obsessed with are all full of shit.
Ray J may end up, if not now, in the future, he may
a severe case of pneumonia. Ray J has been rushed to a Las Vegas hospital after experiencing a severe case of pneumonia and worrying heart pain, sources tell TMZ. The 44-year-old singer, known for hits like One Wish, was admitted Wednesday night and has since undergone x-rays and an echocardiogram as doctors try to figure out what's happening. This isn't Ray J's first frightening health scare. Back in 2021, he was hospitalized with a bad bout of pneumonia that was so serious he feared for his life and required oxygen treatment to pull through. Friends close to Ray J tell TMZ he's scared this time too. The combination of lung infection and chest issues has him worrying about what comes next. With pneumonia already doing a number on his lungs and the heart pain sounding ominous to fans online, people are posting prayers and messages like "Stay with us" on social media after the news broke. This hospital visit comes during what's been a turbulent period for Ray J. Last year, he made headlines making wild legal claims against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner, faced defamation lawsuits, and was arrested in a live stream incident involving his estranged wife, Princess Love. Right now, he's still in the hospital, waiting on test results and being monitored closely. There's no official update yet on how serious the heart pain might be, but given his history with pneumonia and the intensity of this episode, fans are worried this time could be life-threatening. Ray J has been...
Ooh boy. Do you see this up here? Ray J tells TMZ he was admitted to a Las Vegas hospital with a severe case of pneumonia and heart pains. Could be the boop boop jibbity jab. Could be. But think about who else left this earth from pneumonia. Brittany Murphy, so many other people. They say it's pneumonia and it's actually a situation. Who has Ray J been exposing lately? The Coven, the K Coven, the Kardashians. Who also was he involved with? Wasn't he involved with Whitney Houston? And there were two suspicious leaving of the earths in that scenario. This just is, I'm watching. Just keep your eyes open and be watching what comes next with this situation. This seems all kind of suspicious to me. Maybe nothing. He may have been a healthy, normal man that just came down with pneumonia and heart pains. Ooh boy.
Right now to try to get a place to stay tonight. Hopefully I can meet a new family and it can take me in and teach me about their rules and their goals in life, and then send me on my way to the next destination. I'm in Tampa, Florida, and I'm trying to get back to LA. I'm hitchhiking right now to try.
Ray J is allegedly working with the feds to bring down the Kardashians. And the blind items allege that he better be careful because people that have gone after the Kardashians in the past have ended up unalive. And the blind item reads, This reality star / corn star should tread lightly. He keeps coming after that famous reality family, and history shows people who have went after them before have ended up dead. And again, this is allegedly Ray J working with the feds to go after the Kardashian family, who he says are worse than Diddy. And the related headline from Page 6 reads, Ray J makes shocking claim he's helping feds build case against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. Ray J has said that he's working with the feds to build a RICO case against his ex-girlfriend Kim Kardashian and momager Kris Jenner. The singer said on a recent live stream circulating on X, the federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy. Ray J is a
What?
Yeah.
All of that happened?
No.
No, that's not.
No.
What do you mean?
It's my second
Just was my fault.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
When the names Ray J and Whitney Houston land in the same sentence, it automatically makes people stop and blink twice. Their worlds looked nothing alike on the surface. Whitney was a once-in-a-generation voice, a global icon, an actress with elegance and legacy stamped on her name. Ray J, on the other hand, was known as a reality TV fixture, a headline magnet, and yes, Brandy's little brother, always orbiting controversy instead of acclaim. But somehow, during the final stretch of Whitney's life, those two paths crossed and stayed tangled in ways that still make people uncomfortable to unpack. For Ray J, that chapter didn't close clean. It cracked something open. What followed looked like a slow mental spiral, quiet at first, then popping up in unpredictable moments that had fans raising eyebrows and asking questions. Years later, Ray J tries to present growth, new businesses, new love, new goals, but the cracks keep showing. People online point to impulsive moves, emotional swings, and behavior that feels heavier than just fame stress. Before all of this, he was already plugged into the industry through music, acting, and his superstar sister Brandy Norwood, but this chapter added pressure that money and clout couldn't fix. By that point, Whitney Houston had already crossed professional paths with Brandy Norwood, most famously in the 1997 Cinderella remake, where Whitney stepped in as Brandy's fairy godmother and basically stole every scene she touched. That connection made things feel even more layered later on. In 2007, Whitney officially finalized her divorce from Bobby Brown, closing one chaotic chapter, but opening to the door to another. Just a year later, cameras caught Whitney out to dinner in Beverly Hills with Ray J, and that moment lit up gossip blogs instantly. Not long after, the two were spotted hopping on a jet to Las Vegas to catch a big boxing match, and suddenly people were whispering, then shouting. By 2010, reports started floating around saying the two were seeing each other on and off, and the paparazzi stayed glued to them like glue. The age gap became a headline by itself. Whitney, a seasoned legend, was now being linked to a younger man who, at the time, was more infamous than respected. Folks started debating hard. Was this real love, a misunderstood friendship, or emotional comfort during a fragile period? Others side-eyed Ray J heavy, wondering if he was leaning on her fame to stay relevant. What really kept the mess alive was how often he stayed close during her final years, always nearby, always in the picture, raising more questions than answers.
It's all my fault.
Hey, so family, so this is are the cards for Ray J. Okay, so we're gonna let's get into his current energy, and I already blessed the cards, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the shuffle. But I just, I like for you guys to see the decks that you're gonna use. Oh wow, I don't know what kind of messages we about to get, right? My nose was itching out crazy. Oh child, sorry about that, y'all. Fix it. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Angels, ancestors, spirit guys, please be present with us at all times, right? So I'm gonna set these over here. Alright, so let's start with him. Ray J. Clear the deck first, okay, guys? Ray J. we've been having some. Okay now. I don't know what's up, but we gonna take it. I get it fell sideways. That was interesting. So let me just, oh wow. Okay, so AJ. Oh man, I forgot to do that. Damn. Okay, so okay, there we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whew, God. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm just like, wow, because I kind of can see how certain, you saw how stuff was just all over the place, the energy. And it's kind of like probably how he's been lately, right? Even the way the cards were coming out. Oh no. Sending messages. Okay, so, and you know what's crazy? I was like, I mean, we be here doing our thing, so it's cool, but I got this other deck, and some was just like, when you do this one, use these decks for your next few readings, and this the first one, so it's like an extra of my messy card messages, but some was just like, use it for this one. So let's unpack. You know, give me a second, y'all, because it be so many messages already just in what, you know, is in front of me. More than one thing, right? It is deep, and I'm pausing because remember how I was saying we had this 1 year of new, right? And it's so deep that this is his first card in his current past is the world card, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I hope YouTube don't. That's not. Yeah, my bad. This is about completion, guys. It's a Saturn ruled card. He is a Capricorn sun, and his birthday is really just weeks away. This is us ending. This is a new cycle here, right? But this is the ending of a cycle. Completion, accomplishment, fulfillment, celebration of life. Is that not scary? This is your Saturn, you know, this is your solar return too. Birthday just weeks ahead, right? Ray J been dealing with situations that got to do with his resources, right? But this is about, in reverse, the energy of shadiness, right? Everything you built, all of it, it's just some of it's not been the up and up, right? Even on how it's like, to me, he has a limited amount of success, right? Success, but he'll never get so successful, you know? You got a deep card right here. This is a completion card, but this is a card of no results. Work with no results, right? It's interesting that this was the first card that flew out and it fell sideways, because this is about the past, right? This is about memories. And it's so deep that it's like right here with this world card, right? Because as you complete a cycle, this is about memories, right? It's like Ray J is somewhere, y'all. I hope he's out of the hospital. I don't know if anybody's had any updates. Y'all definitely let me know and sound off in the comments. But it's the reason why I'm pausing is because, damn, this is heavy. Like, this is the energy of remembering you, celebrating you, and having so many things going on under the table, underhanded, you know. Headed forward to a new cycle, but something about the fruits of his labor, something about that, y'all. And it's something that we can, you know, look at the Two of Swords right here. You know, this is about making difficult decisions, right? But you see how that card has that blindfold. So it goes a step further with the energy of underhanded business. Underhanded business is what you can't see, right? Having his hands in things that, or being a part of situations, even business-wise, finance-wise, because it's upside down, right? He deals with a lot of, you know, it's like hidden turmoil. It's like deep-seated, right? Not really wanting to face the demons, you know? Knight of Pentacles. See, it's about money. It's about resources. Because look, the 7 is here. This is about, in an upright, this is about success, right? Putting in the hard work. It's like you've been able to get by for so long, for so long, for so long, right? It's in the messages. His health. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo energy. You know, he been in an energy of just something about his finances is not in a good place, right? Because it's clearly in the messages as well. But when you look at this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this is the reckless, the partying, the, you know, conniving, you know, deceptive type energy when it comes to relationships, right? And it's funny because this ain't about no, you know, him and Princess or anything. This is the lovers. Ray J do his thing. You understand? He's a mess, okay? He is manipulative. And it's funny because he's, you know, a Capricorn, Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy. And this is the energy he's coming up in. You know, it's also significant that it's a knight on the table and not a king. So finances is a thing for him, okay? This could even also represent, guys, that situation with him and Kim Kardashian. Because I guess if you want to look at it like things that he's invested in, well, that would be a taboo subject because it was a, you know, PORN tape, right? So they were able to make it in a non-traditional way, meaning like, you get what I'm saying? So to me, that also represents that, but him being resentful, right? Of feeling like they bear more fruits or they benefited from it more than him. Him being angry, you know, and it's right up under the Knight of Pentacles, which is interesting, right? And Ray J be in the energy where he be trying to get over because it's in the messages, especially with the women, right? Manipulative, mind games. You see what I'm saying? That type of energy, right? And him having the Gemini moon, the lover's card, the Gemini energy here on the table. And look, he played games. 2 of Swords. You see that 2 and 2? He's had to make some difficult decisions over the years too. Because of relationships. Look at them two right there, right? That's left him in this situation here where you see this work, looking at the work and the fruits of your labor and your harvest upside down, right? It's in the messages. And it's so interesting because here's this, look, ain't he in the hospital? And I can't make the messages up. That's what made me pause, soul family. And I'm going to say something how deep this is, right? And that's why I took a pause in the beginning. Look at those cards. Not only is this the 10 of Swords, but this is the Chariot in reverse. I know that I just paused for a minute, but do y'all see that? I'm going to let that sink in. The Chariot in reverse. Chariot is about action, forward motion. Even in the tarot and the energy, depending on what we're talking about, it could be a car, you know, a form of transportation. But upside down is just no motion. That's the card of finality, completion. And then he get this completion card right here. I don't know, guys. Everybody just keep Ray J in your prayers. He got enemies, that's for sure. And see, it's to a point where even he himself, to an extent, is kind of like, and I hate to say it, but it's the energy. And that's why sometimes it takes me a second for the message to come to me. But it's like a message of giving up, right? 7 of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Pentacles. You get me? And the energy that he kind of, you know, come to the internet with is just like, well, this is what's happening. You know, watching him come out the jailhouse smoking cigarettes, you know, that's definitely an indication of bad habits, right? That's another thing this represents upside down. You know, remember the 6th house of Virgo, that earth energy is about health. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, right? Habits, toxic ways, toxic things in this energy. This is about betrayal. And things going out of control. And we can safely say, like, you know, last year watching him, he was out of control in a lot of ways. And it's in the messages, right? It's been a struggle for him. It's been a struggle for him with Princess Love, because Empress is the mother, his children's mother, the wife, right? She's been abundant, and she has, guys. Remember, she's won her tournaments a few times. Very, very, very successful in other ways. You know, she was fighting, I don't know, I can't remember if that, I don't know, because I ain't watched Love and Hip Hop in a while. But when her and Ray J were on there, I remember the storyline was he was stressing her out so much, but she was building a new lane of abundance, right? So this also represents the struggle between them. You know, he's had his struggles with women. Ten of Wands. You know, Wands about passion, Wands about desire. But for some reason with him, this is about relationships with their lovers, right? And look, his focal point card is Judgment. And it's deep that that World card is there. This is like, and you know what? I'm getting scared because, guys, look at this card in the upright. Judgment is, that is in the depiction of the traditional tarot, this should be Archangel Gabriel. And he's blowing a trumpet over the clouds, over the people, giving judgment, right? And if you notice, you can see the people in all different ways. Some leaning down, some got their hands to the heavens. Because they know in all ways, some people know they ain't did the right thing, you know. But remember, I always say heaven sees everything. Interesting. It's in the cards. It's in the picture, right? So with Judgment being in reverse, this is about karma. This is about completion. But Judgment is, will you be here or not, right? Judgment is your life cycle is complete. Everybody being upset, right? With the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. everybody having a hard time going back to past memories of him. There's a lot of things hidden about him that he, you know, again, it's in the messages, right? Especially with the Knight of Pentacles of him energy, as well as this Seven of Pentacles, resources. And some things he ain't do right when it came to these relationships with these different, all these different women, right? Empress and 10 of Wands. A struggle in all type of different ways. Judgment is here though. Ooh. And it's interesting because look guys, I got the Devil and back to Pentacles, work. Ray J is saying that he is not well, or they were saying something. I'm gonna pull the clips. You know, I always pull the clips for you guys. But his Devil is here. A lot of dark, a lot of hidden, you know, toxicities and ways about him. And it's funny because this is his energy. The Devil card is a Capricorn card. And did some dirty shit behind the scenes, y'all. The Devil and the Eight of Pentacles is your work, your money. And look, he got both cards of work. And this is spiritual karma. Because 7 is also spiritual work, right? In reverse, you know, it's like almost like a hidden message that he, with the 6 of Cups, is your past, your past, your past. So you've been getting by so long. The World card is here. You done did all what we done needed you to do. But it's some things that he can't sleep at night about. It's the torment of it all, right? Decisions, the swords too, in people you dealt with in relationships, right? The health fucked up right now. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, right? And they use you up. They, you know, when they feel like your time is up, your time is up. Judgment is here, but it is in reverse. And see, the thing about it is, it's not good when it's in reverse. It's about destruction. It's about punishment, you know. Him ignoring the call. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? Wow, let's pull, I didn't expect to see all of this, y'all. And everything is all alleged in my opinion, but it's really deep to see that Chariot and those 10 of Swords like that. So definitely keep Ray J in your prayers. Let's pull from this deck and ask what is his year 2026 to be like ahead, because child, that's kind of deep. I didn't expect to see all that in the current energy. He's in the hospital. He's not doing well. Make sure y'all know if anybody heard any updates to please give me, you know, sound off in the comments. Keep me updated. Let me know, please, pretty please. But those cards were a struggle, and I hate that I was so quiet in between, but I could just feel the energy is really in depth. It's like he got to buckle down if, you know, he get a second chance out of this. He got to move forward this year. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. You got to be real careful. Them cards is not. And y'all, he getting some of the same messages. It's interesting. Okay, so the good news is the focal point is the 5 of coins, right? But it's in the position that it's in. I'll talk about it. It's still a card of loss, though. Damn. Let's just pull and see. Oh my God. Okay, so this isn't good. So we're gonna pull some messy cards. Stubborn. And remember that 7 of, you know, the 7 of coins that was right there, that was in reverse. And it's interesting because remember I said it's something about his dealings. Something about his dealings, right? And Queen of Wands energy is too many irons in the fire. His ways, his situations, his decisions is something in that energy. And, you know, his energy has been very temperamental. He's been really unraveling on a lot of levels. And this is the energy ahead, you know, continuing to be strong-willed but stubborn is he all over the place, not being able to find balance this year, working on making poor choices. Like, come on. This ain't what the 2026 supposed to look like. We asking, and the cards just being a little bit more matter of fact. You know, he has been juggling and struggling with, you know, allegedly with stuff, you know, in his life around him, his decisions, you know. I think wasn't able to see the children for the holidays or whatever, but it's interesting because he has a timing card here, and it's about things happening now within the next few days or, you know, ahead, but fresh start and awakening. I don't know. And the Tower is here, you know, but it is reversed. So it's still inevitable change either way. Transformations. We're going to hear about it quickly. It's hearing the messages. You know, this year, you know, ahead, you know, continue to struggle. And us seeing him unravel is in the messages, right? Knight of Swords. He was reckless online when they recorded that with the during the holiday with Princess. It's in the messages. He hits a Tower moment and an out of control moment. It ain't, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and pull the messy cards because I was going to ask about some other things. But since this was about him and just the messages that are continuous, let's really, really keep Ray J in our prayers. The Ten of Swords is here again. We just pulled that. But it's in the position now of the final chapter. It's over with, right? Now, all this is a legend. I'm going to keep saying it in my opinion, but this is deep. You having a 9 of coins here in reverse. This is all about restriction. And it comes back to underhanded ways or something in the energy of bad decision when it comes to resources. I'm telling you. Him struggling. Allegedly. In his mental health, in his relationships. His patterns have been really toxic, guys. Y'all see that? The devil card with the 8 of Wands. This is about physical abuse, emotional, negative karmic connection, toxic energies, energetic implants and codependency. Remember I said it's some energy around him with toxicity, unhealthy patterns. Eight of Wands in position to sit down. It's like saying this is the tower moment that can bring him with his allegedly, whatever these ways are, will back to the Chariot, back to the Ten of Swords, right? 5 of Coins is here. That's about loss, out in the cold. And he has, on some level, been feeling out of the cold, right? Really going through a tough cycle and a tough time. 5 of Coins in reverse can be about recovery, but it also can represent out of control, like what this devil is talking about, right? And doing things with, women who, are seen in a negative light to be, women of the night or whatever you want to call it. Y'all know where I'm going with it, Dealing with some hoes, period, okay? The energy of that as well, energy, like I said, implants and all of these energetic things that bring on all these negative and toxic. It's an indulgence of it. It's, Ray J obviously, even in the messages in his cards, has had time, to make a lot of changes, and it doesn't look like he's chose to do so. So it's like, based on his messages, we are seeing him unravel, right? So let's start with these. I'm going to start with this new one. I'm gonna do this one first, and then I'm going to do that one. It ain't in no real particular. But let's get some real quick on hairs. Damn, that's crazy, y'all. I don't know. Y'all definitely tell me what y'all think. I don't be saying nothing, but I want I know when y'all hear me speaking in the reading that y'all deeply following what I'm really trying to say. Again, everything is all alleged in my opinion. But I don't know what to say about Ray J, y'all. I really don't. Because those cards weren't all at the best. And I feel like I wanted to kind of get out of it and not continue to keep going deeper in it, because we want to keep him in our prayers, right? So let's see. let's see. Let's get some messages. You know what I wanted to ask too? Before I start the thing, let's just do a 3-card pull, right? We can see, but let's just ask, where is his mental health, right? I know people wanted to know that. So let's do a quick 3-card pull. Energy around his mental. Allegedly. Oh gosh. Let's see. We saw that he was not well in a hospital because both of the cards, the Chariot and that Sword, that he's struggling in there too. His mental health. Because it's in the cards, it looked like he was struggling, right? Always ask for 3, and we always get us a surprise every time, don't we? It never fails, yeah. Look, he really going through mental health. Look at the focal point, 8 of Swords. And he plays the victim. Listen, his cards are not good. They are not good. He getting the same energy over and over again. Let's pull the messy cards. It's oh no. Oh no. Y'all. Pray for Ray J. The 8 of Swords is the focal point. The 5 of Cups is lost. The Tower is here. Again, a few days. Vernal equinox. 6 of Swords. Trouble ahead. It's a storm brewing. This is his mind in despair. This the devil. Unhealthy. Really experiencing. But it's all karmic. And the reason why I want to just, let's go ahead and move, because the Hangman is here. And I just know y'all know enough to know that's not good. Okay? So, and it's like 3 times that we flip these cards, right? Whew. Child. He gonna party. He gonna do what he do. He gonna have a group of women, a slew of women. It's all in his messages, baby. He's a mess. You know, let's see. Let's do this one too. Thank y'all for riding with me. I love y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, I'm just at a loss for words. That's why I'm just like, oh my gosh. Whew, that was deep. Let me burn some sage. Let me catch your messages. Ain't that funny? Dirty offer at the end. And ain't that interesting when I said about those on his first cards? I was like, this is like not good ways. Like dirty money, dirty offer. Ain't that funny? And it's right here on the focal point before I even... Wow, that's deep, right? Okay, so let's do these. Ray J, right? I'm having a tough time right now. A lot of cards of like, look, separation, longing, right? Isolation, sitting still, hospitalization, which we know he's in a hospital, right? Okay, so this is the last deck. Let's just pull 1 to 3 of these. Pull a few just to pull. Oh my gosh. Just never know when you do the reading and do the card. That's for damn sure. You know, you just don't know till you do the cards, till you actually do the reading. Honestly and truthfully, you know. Oh, so family, I know y'all like Erica. I'm gonna just leave that right there so y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? Crossroads. Y'all keep rating your players. Allegedly. Important choices, life-changing decisions. Choose wisely. Your next step matters. I'm hearing that song by Bone Thug. Meet me at the crossroads. Something about him, y'all. I'm telling you. So we're going to start with these teacups, okay? Tiptoeing, acting shady, sneaking around, avoiding getting caught. Remember I said he deal with something like that. You know, with that 2 of Swords and just... That's the energy of that card anyway, but also that 7 of Pentacles was in reverse, that tiptoe. I said some stuff going on, some underhanded things. And things that he's done. And the karma is here this year for it. And, you know, that he hadn't got caught for yet. I'm talking about these messages coming in, right? Graduation day, leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. I'm telling you something about that. That graduation day feels like ascension, allegedly. You know, so all the feels, deep love, soul connection, feeling at home. You know, he can have, you know, he all over the place. He'd be like, I love my wife. And then booty call right here, beck and call, sexual invitation, all about the sex. Remember, I said his messages was messaging with all of that. I ain't even going into detail about all that because I know y'all already know. He show y'all every other week when he pop up there with somebody different, right? Look, hooking up, fling, friends with benefits, non-committal. So you see that. And look, fuck up, self-limiting, feeling inadequate, fearing failure. Remember, I said he been going through it and he has been fucking up. Ain't that funny? The cards got a sense of humor, right? I ain't never even seen that one come out before. Bossing up, self-empowerment, independently living, leading the pack, okay? I mean, It's a goal, but I don't know. Ray J. Ignoring somebody. Could be ignoring somebody. Groupie, that's funny. Impersonator. Wants to be you, act like, dresses like, look like, and copies you. Ray J, are you being your authentic self? You know, the energy of the card, right? Legal issues, court judges, immigration, lawyers, etc. Remember that judgment card was there. He does have legal issues. Didn't he just get locked up about the children and dealing with them and all that? Sending messages. That's interesting. Wasting time. He had them messages with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's about wasting time. Stuck. No changes. Limited. Remember I said he done had the opportunity to make changes, but he ain't did it, right? Creeping. That's the energy, right? Which he always doing that. Always getting caught. Spiritual hater. Hates on your spirituality. Light, magic, and power. Okay. Bad karma. Bad karma. Something said get this deck. Do y'all see that? Oh, and wasn't that the first card of the focal point? Child, look, forcer. Forces things on you. Forces their way in. Uses force to get what they want. Isn't he a manipulator in all of those things? Yes. Moving. Oh, it's too many cards, y'all. Moving on. Thank you. Next. I'm telling you. Y'all see this? Oh my gosh. Look. Disharmony triggers conflict. Masculine. His energy. Comfort zone. South node. Clinging. Karma. Karma. Higher self. Activation. I'm telling you something about it, y'all. Something about that is not air, ace, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. 1 year energy of new beginnings. Healing, inner child. Remember that 6 of Cups was sideways. I'm going to say this too. It could possibly some things that he may have went through in his past as a child, allegedly, that has caused trouble with him and his energy as well. It was in the messages, right? Rejection, loss, fragmented. I'm telling you, I've never even seen this come out of here. He keep getting lost, rejection. And look, he keep getting karma, balance, justice. Ain't that what he had? Didn't I say he been going through doubts and depression? Look, lack and doubts. It's something about the money, lack, doubts, the mental. Wow. Y'all see these messages? This is crazy. They never fail. Some of these I ain't never even seen before. That is wild, ain't it? Oh my gosh. Last one, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Self-made, independent success, overcoming the odds, creating your own path, built from nothing. Yeah, Ray J been hustling for a minute, you know. I wouldn't necessarily say self-made because this was the show that it happened for him. But I guess like saying things that he's, you know, put endeavors in the past or whatever. Cuffing season, temporary relationships, seasonal companionship, short-term warmth until spring. Well, we know he always got his hands in something in the cookie jar and doing something. We know that's with Princess Love, commitment issues, afraid to settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. It's complicated. And don't we know it's complicated between them? Don't the messages be messaging? Sneaky link. He always sneaking, ain't he? Hidden encounters, private meetings, discreet intimacy. Nobody needs to know. Overnight success, rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough, all eyes on me. You know, that could be the energy that, you know, he keep coming to the news. Like how this just happened where he was hospitalized yesterday, you know. Shocking. You won't believe the story. Clickbait. Misleading headlines. Empty promises. Exaggerated truths. Not what it seems. Remember that Two of Swords was in his messages, you know. Triggered. Emotional reactions, unresolved wounds, facing past hurts. Why does this bother me? Remember I said he going through some, especially with all those, you know, mental and emotional cards. Like the devil was consistent. He got that about 3 times. And that's definitely Capricorn energy, dealing with a lot of, you know, things that trigger you, emotional, all of the things, the wounds, right? On red, ignored messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Maybe they're just busy. Maybe that could be Princess Love, allegedly, we don't know. Friend zone, platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends, like a sibling to me. You know, that could be the energy of some people he be dealing with, because, honey, you know he be around all type of people, right? And it's interesting that we end with this card, and I'm going to let y'all see that. Ain't that funny? And ain't Ray J his biggest issue is him? Mirror, mirror. Facing yourself and others. Reflective relationships. Self-awareness. What you see is you. And that's his battle. Wow. We can close out with that. Need I say more? Nothing left to say. The message is always message. And I love you guys. So again, keep your notification bells on. I'm locking in. I'm trying to, you know, get y'all all have something to like binge watch while I start to pump out your yearly messages. So I love y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank y'all for being here. And let me see. I think KYLIE and Timothy see up next. I don't know, but I got a list. So see y'all in the next one. It's real soon. All right. Love y'all, soul family. Peace and love. Thanks for watching the Common Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.